Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. And what's this say? Oh, there's a new Instagram feature to add guests. There we go. Thank you for tuning in. We are going to be doing a info session shortly here, and we just wanted to tune in and say hello. I'm just going to adjust this one here. Shine, do you want to share what we're up to?
You're
right. So, if you don't know, my name's Crystal. This is my partner Shine, and we are co-founders of Unite. And we are just getting started here to do an info session on our upcoming mastermind. So just bear with us for a few minutes while we get everyone online, and then we will be sharing that. If you want to join us in the Zoom, please send us a little comment and we will send you the link. There we go. And we are live on Facebook as well. So everybody, if you want to join us, we're doing a Zoom. So if you want to join us on Zoom, please make a little comment and we will send you the link to join us in the Zoom chat where we can actually see your faces and hear from you.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. All righty then. Do we need to be able to see anything happening in the middle of the screen?
I don't know.
No?
You will. You will let it happen. Immersive.
What's immersive? New features.
What the?
New Zoom features. There we go. Speaker view. Except Shine is the speaker, not us.
What's that?
Interesting. I love how technology has new features and new things that we always get to check out and explore. For anyone who's just tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are just going to get started in a few minutes here, doing a little info session on our upcoming mastermind, as well as getting to connect with the community and hear what you're up to as well. So yeah, stay tuned. What is it asking here? Oh, create a room to invite others. There we go. Go away. We have a Zoom chat going. We also are Facebook and Instagram live. So we've got a couple pieces of technology here that we get to check out and explore all together. And we will remember to record the Zoom when we get started.
And welcome, AJ. Hope you're doing great. Let us know if the transcription is working well.
Yeah, we have discovered that Zoom has an amazing feature where you can transcribe a Zoom meeting so that it makes it visible for those who can't tune in audibly. So that's super fun piece of technology we're getting to explore as well. Wonderful. So happy perfect. The transcription is working. We can probably turn the brightness on this. Well, I was going to say turn the brightness on the screen down and then we save battery.
Good call.
But I guess we also want to be able to see.
No, not from here.
There we are.
Odd.
Thank you, everyone.
Is that Kaisa? Hi, Kaisa. Oh, one more person. Can't you all see this?
There we are.
Hello, hello. I have to get rid of this.
Why don't we just move it off to the side for a moment? All right,
hey, Matt. How are you?
Greetings from Philadelphia.
Yes.
Amazing.
Late night.
Thank you for tuning in.
A little bit late, yeah. Just turn my lights off here. Good to see you guys.
Good to see
you guys. Look more awake than I feel.
Well, it's only 7 p.m. for us here, so yeah, we don't have much excuse for being tired already.
Well, it's nice to meet you. Now, Shine, you and I have interacted, and you guys seem like you know each other.
A little bit.
Yeah, we've met.
Met.
We're life and business partners. Almost 7 years together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So, it looks like you got a great thing going here with the platform, and was reading up on it, and you're simulcasted somehow through this platform and Zoom.
Yeah. So we're on. So Unite uses Zoom as the back end, and so we're on Unite. We're on Zoom, and we have 2 phones going to Facebook and LinkedIn, or Facebook and Instagram.
Impressive.
Yeah, just for fun.
Just for fun.
Yeah. And you do work with coaching, well-being for teams, right?
I'm not so much into coaching. I wrote a book, Zisms, that I had adapted into well-being training courses.
Nice.
It's available to consumers for sure. I want to make that the case, but I'm mainly focused on business to business in my daily routines.
Amazing. Cool. Good for you.
Thank you.
It's so needed. Well-being in the workplace.
Hello, Jen. Welcome.
Hey, Jen. Hey, Leaf.
Thank you for tuning in, everyone.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We will start soon. We're expecting a good chunk of people, so we'll wait for another few minutes here.
Yeah, feel free to mute your audio, and just to let everyone know that we will be recording. So if you don't want to be on video, please turn your video off. And if you do have any questions at the end, feel free to type them in the chat, and then we can answer those as well for you. We are...
AJ, you can send the same link that I sent you to Alejandra. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, we discovered a fun new feature on Zoom that it has the ability to transcribe live. So that's really fun. So we've got that going for a couple people who need that amazing feature. So, yeah.
And Leaf, how are you? I don't know if we met. Oh, hello, Melissa.
Hello. We haven't met specifically. We've been in almost like adjacent or overlapping circles, I think, at some point, or at least you pop up on my Facebook often as a suggested friend. I'm like, it seems like an interesting person, but don't actually know in person yet.
Nice.
So based in Vancouver and a lot of mutual friends.
Oh, cool. Beautiful. Good to meet you.
Amazing.
I love your background.
It's so fun in the community that the more and more we all get connected. Sometimes I've had a couple of people send me friend requests, and I'll be like, oh yeah, why did you reach out and request to be my friend? And they're like, well, we have 200 mutual friends, so I thought we should know each other. It's like, yeah, we must be part of the same tribe that way if we're already that interconnected and we haven't even met. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, audio isn't working, Melissa. Yeah, it's working for everyone else, so it should be just on your end. Hey, Joy, how are you?
A great suggestion if the audio is not working is just leave and come back. That can sometimes be the quickest solution to get things working. Yeah. Hey, Joy.
How's your chocolate biz, man?
I missed you guys. Happy to be able to make it.
Yeah, so good to see you. How's chocolate? Hey, Terry's here.
It's good. I'm going to be eating some right now.
Oh, good. Is that your special stuff?
Yeah, we got our stuff.
Nice. Not special as in full of mushrooms, but special as in
full of magic.
Full of awesomeness and happiness.
Full of love.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love it. And Terry's here. Oh, and the cat's here, the most important guest.
Amazing.
All right. Wonder. Let's just. I want to give people a few more minutes to show up, but let's do a quick 30-second intro. Share who you are and what you're up to, and start whoever's ready. Just pop in.
Yeah, if you have something that you feel like this community would love to hear from you, please share it.
Yeah.
And Terry.
Oh, Terry's underwater. That's okay.
Sound like when I had the old cassette tapes when I was young, and they were caught and
you may want to restart something. Can't hear you at all, Terry. Maybe leave and come back. Someone else try and go first.
I'll go first.
Oh, perfect.
For a volunteer. Hello, my name is Matt Zinman. I am in Philadelphia, and I am the author of a book called Zisms Insights to Live By for life improvement. I also have a podcast called Insights to Live By, and I've adapted the book into personal development courses for individuals as well as well-being courses for companies to support their employees.
Beautiful.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing
Yeah,
that.
thanks for being here. It's great to see you. Good to meet you in person. Well,
In face-to-face,
it
at
feels
least.
like it. I like Zoom for that.
It's
I
more...
like to say instinct. We're at the same.
Oh, go ahead, Leaf.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying, in sync. You know, we're meeting in sync.
Exactly.
There you go. Yeah, nice one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever's ready, go ahead and just quick 30-second intro, who you are, what you're up to.
I'll just continue on that. So yeah, my name is Leif, based in Vancouver. My current focus and passion in life is working in conflict resolution, and I'm building a consulting business called Living Bridge Consulting to help people navigate tricky conversations and learn how to work through differences in a way that ultimately builds collaboration and builds trust instead of creates separation and antagonism.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Thank you for sharing that.
Important work. Nice.
Amazing. We have time for a couple more people if you have something you want to share, and then we'll jump in, and then we're going to have time at the end of our little mastermind share as well. So please stick around if you are joining us a little bit later and you're not able to introduce yourself right away.
Hi, Mina. Hi, Vince. Welcome. Kaisa, Aditya. Oh, sorry.
Breaking my setup.
Yeah.
Would anybody like to do a quick 30-second, 20-second share on a project that you're working on, share with the community? Otherwise, we can...
Yeah.
Yep. Go, Joy.
I'll share quickly.
Go, Joy.
Hi, my name's Joy. I live on Bowen Island with my 3 brothers, and together we have, over the past few years, we've been creating our chocolate company, organic, vegan chocolate company, coconut sugar. It's taken a really long time, but finally in the past few months, we've been able to actually get our product manufactured in this chocolate co-packer in North Vancouver, and we're going to plant it in a couple of weeks, a vegan expo, and we're making some moves, taking some risks, but a lot of learning along the way. So happy to be here and just be a sponge, whatever I can learn.
Wow. Congrats, brother.
Hey, Leif.
It's a big jump, making something physical and getting it into the world. So congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.
Amazing. I think AJ would like to be next.
Oh yeah, and if you're having trouble with the audio, try the Zoom link that's on. It's on all the event pages instead of the love feed.
Put the
Maybe
Zoom
there's something
link
going
in
on. Oh yeah, right.
We'll add the Zoom link in here. AJ, do you want to share? I can't see.
I don't think AJ can.
Oh.
She can type maybe.
We can read something if you want to type it in for us.
Okay, Zoom link.
Oh, Shine's just going to share the Zoom link. Oh.
There you go. Got it. Vince, you're lit
Hi.
up.
Hello.
You always bring a big smile to my face. I appreciate you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Crystal.
Hi, Vince. Lovely to see your face. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
AJ has her hand raised. She says, "I'm a Reiki master and I also do artwork. I'm in Vancouver."
Lovely. Thank you, AJ. Lovely to meet you
Yes.
and hear from you.
Yes, nice to connect.
Thank you so much. Anyone, please feel free to share links to your offering in the chat, and other people can check out what you're up to as well. And I think we are going to go ahead and get started. Hey, sweetie.
Mm-hmm. Why don't we can quickly, anyone else who would love to share just quick 30-second intro, go ahead. Thank you. Kaisa, go.
Hello. Oops.
No. Oh, you muted yourself now. Unmute. You're muted. Kaisa.
Oh, there.
There you go. Now I
Got
can
it.
hear you.
I'm a registered therapeutic counselor, and I specialize in trauma. And I love my work. I love bringing helping people, supporting people to find their magnificence underneath their trauma. We are not what was done to us. We are awesome and magnificent, and we have forgotten. So we need to remember who we really are. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you
Kaisa.
for tuning in.
Kaisa is Crystal's mom and also one of Unite's biggest supporters and investors, and we just so appreciate her. And she's in the room right across. We all live together.
She does good work.
Yeah, she's amazing.
If anyone would like to tune in, feel free to raise your hand and we can call on you. And for everyone who's tuning in on Instagram or Facebook Live, please drop us a comment if you would like to tune in to the Zoom, and we'll probably get your shares at the end of our call.
You can just go to unite.love. It's right at the top.
Or go to unite.love and it's right there, and come on in and join us. All righty. Shall we jump in?
Mina, did you want to share quick?
Oh,
it's frozen.
she's frozen. Maybe she's got some technical
There we go.
bits.
Momentum feng shui.
Lovely.
Hello. Okay. Well, if there's no more shares right now, we will jump in. So the purpose of this call is twofold. One is to do this, is just to connect and to make friends and make connections and see how we might all co-create and support each other. And then two is to tell you a little bit about the Mastermind Program that we are working on over at Unite. Hi, Mama. That's my mom, Joni. She's disconnecting. So, is anyone not familiar with Abraham-Hicks? Can you hand raise if you have no idea who that is? So everyone knows.
Amazing.
That's okay. Awesome. So, so Abraham-Hicks has been a big influence in my life. My amazing mother introduced me to them. A long time ago, in my early 20s, and since then, personal development has really become a passion of mine. It's been, I would say, the most important thing in my life. I really wanted to learn how to be happy, how to stay happy, how to get into the zone. And I played sports as a kid, so getting into the zone was something I was familiar with from that perspective. And as I got older, I also realized that if the world was full of people who were primarily happy and knew how to get happy and how to deal with their emotions and triggers and traumas, and sort of transcend them, if you will, or manage them more effectively, that the world would be a much different place than it is, and that a lot of the war, the violence, all the things that we see that we don't like is in my view just stemming from people being out of the vortex, as Abraham says, or in those states of fear or anger or wherever they're coming from. And so it became this mission in my life. I started thinking big picture. I'm a visionary. I'm a systems thinker, and I thought, what could I do myself to impact the whole world in being happier and learning how to be happier. And as I started to think that through, I realized that there really isn't one path, that I couldn't become the Tony Robbins style coach and teach everyone how to be happy, because I'm not the teacher for everyone, neither is Tony Robbins. And that there isn't that one path, and that there are 7.8 billion paths, or however many people on the planet. Everyone has their own path, and it changes moment to moment. It depends on where you're at and how you're feeling. And so that's really where the impetus for Unite came, was what if we could develop a platform that housed all the well-being resources, tools, practitioners, products, services, events, whatever. What if we could create a place where all that stuff lived, and where people could sort of find what they were looking for and type in a condition that they were having trouble with, whether it was I can't sleep, or I have migraines, or I'm unhappy, or whatever, or want to meet new people, and then be able to see these like really personalized recommendations, whether it's in person, local, or online, paid or free, content, etc., and just find the best stuff for them. And rather than having maybe to do a bunch of research, or taking time, posting on Facebook, asking a question and getting a bunch of responses, and then having to sort through it, or a Google search and you don't really know what's what, and what do the ratings really mean? What if there was a better platform for well-being that could just do that? And so that's the vision for Unite. And just one sec. We're not quite there yet because we need to have a whole bunch of people and a whole bunch of practitioners and businesses on there to be able to actualize that big vision. But we are getting started. And part of my path has been to learn about the receiving mode. My partner Crystal and I, we took a beautiful journey to the Mediterranean, and we went to Spain and Italy and France and went on an Abraham-Hicks cruise. And I was not lucky, but I was whatever. I got to talk to Abraham and have a conversation. It was great. And the one thing that she said which really impacted me was that the most important thing that I could do for myself and for our business was to be in the receiving mode and to receive about the business versus think about the business or brainstorm about the business. And I'm one of those people that can come up with a million ideas and a whole plan and, just map everything out. And this was a whole different way of looking at it. What if I was more a receiver of the impulses, of the ideas, of the things to do next versus an action-oriented person trying to think of it and trying to figure it out and what are the trends and what's going on? What if I could just receive it? And so that's been the past, I've been really sort of lining up with that idea over the past few years since that cruise. And it's recently gotten to a point where I'm able to sort of get into connection regularly with my inner being. And when I can't do it or when I'm tired, I'm not hard on myself. And I'm just, it's okay. I know I'll get there and I know how to get there. And sometimes I need to watch a movie or take a rest day or whatever. And I just sort of am really learning how to allow myself and let myself be where I am and follow that flow and receive the impulses. And so this journey has led me here because in one of those sessions where I was walking, we live in White Rock and the tide goes way out. And so the sand is all, nice and warm and you can walk on it. And so I was walking out on the ocean floor one day and just getting into that receiving mode. And I got this really clear message that it was time to start this Unite Mastermind, that there was a lot of people who would love to learn more about alignment and have a community and a group that was sharing about that, and that where we could have a place where business owners, as well as just anyone interested in alignment could come and could really tune in and find that community and find that connection. And so that was the inspiration. And then I sort of went back and got more details on, okay, what should it be like and how much should we charge and all that stuff. And so we've kind of created this whole plan, really being guided from what I feel is me connecting with my higher self and sort of listening and trying to be in that receptive mode as much as possible. And that's really also going to be the essence of what the mastermind is. And I know that it will evolve and change as more people come in because it will be a co-creation. But part of my vision for it will be that we'll have time to do some question and answer, have some kind of like Abraham does, where you go back and forth with one person, and then also to have some group time and connection time. And I've also gotten that there's something fun that we're going to do, which I don't know what it is yet. And so that's exciting. So the program starts next Thursday, and it's going to be right now we're going to do Thursdays at 5 p.m. Pacific to give our East Coast friends a little break, because it's 7 o'clock Pacific is late for them. It's already 10 o'clock in Philadelphia. And so that's the goal right now. We'll check in with everyone who decides to sign up and check in on timing. The cost is going to be $188 a month, $55 for your first month, or $1,888 for the whole year. So you get a couple months free. And that's it. And so that's the whole spiel. And I would love to have any. Oh, Crystal's saying she wants. You want to say something?
Yeah, just a little.
Apologies.
I have a few things to say.
Yes, go.
We were on. Thank you for sharing all that, sweetheart.
Yeah.
We were on a super fun podcast this morning. We were interviewed, and one of her awesome questions was, what kind of inspired you to answer the call? Because we know all of us, I'm sure everyone on here who's a business owner or part of something, has a passion project that they're working to bring to life, that there really has to be a call, because it's not really the easiest path. Mostly there's a lot of growing pains. There's a lot of work that we have to do as entrepreneurs, as business owners in the wellness industry. We really are, it can be work. And if it's not a passion project, you probably won't be doing this. So I was really getting, she was asking kind of what was the call for us. And I was reflecting back on Shine and I ran many events in the past. I think we had a couple hundred events that we ran over our first kind of 5 years together. And we found the feedback consistently from everybody was a lot of our events were kind of combos of sound healing, sacred geometry, in the planetarium, on a harbor cruise, including wellness vendors. So really kind of bringing a lot of community together. And what we found is the attendees always loved it and thought it was an amazing experience. And even what the practitioners and the businesses and the coaches and what they all really got from it was they loved having a container, a space held where they could actually come together with like-minded people, could charge each other up, could support each other, give recommendations, ask questions, and really get away a little bit from that kind of solo entrepreneur feeling that sometimes a lot of us have, where we're the only one doing this. And that was part, for me, a really big inspiration to do this mastermind, is instead of, we feel like that sometimes as well, like we're the only ones, we're having to push this baby, out and forward into the world together, and where's our community and how can we support each other? And that's what we really wanted to provide with this mastermind as well, is a space where we can actually support each other and support the other luminaries and leaders that are having this big, huge, maybe audacious dream that they want to birth into the world. And like Joy was saying, he's had this project and this dream, this chocolate project, for many years, and it's now coming to fruition, and that's so exciting. And we feel like there's so many things that maybe if we had a few tips and tricks and a little bit of support, our projects wouldn't have taken quite as long. Not that it's all in perfect timing, of course, but really we do have each other's backs, and we really want to create a space where we can uplift the uplifters, because we see all of you as people who are choosing a path to uplift humanity. And through that, we're all learning that we actually have to take care of ourselves first, and we have to uplift ourselves, and we have to support ourselves and resource ourselves. So that is another piece of the mastermind, is learning tools for how can we be our best selves and support ourselves, get our downloads, get into alignment, so that we actually can do this work that we want to do. Because without putting our own oxygen mask on first, we're not as valuable as we could be to the planet. So that was a really big message that I got, and a piece that I really am excited to bring to this mastermind, is that we're not alone. We're in this together, and we all really are carrying pieces that each other want to co-create as well. And what I love about when we come together as a group, we've done many group kind of circle live events, and what we often found is we would do the same thing. Someone would share something that they're looking for, and someone would ask for something that they need. And it was so magical to see, just in our little group of 20, 30, 40 people, someone would say, I'm looking for this, and someone across the circle would be like, I have that, I can offer you that, I have an answer for you, I have support for that. And how we can actually, by working together and starting to create that vortex where we're all believing in each other. Each week we're going to get to know a little bit more about your project and what you're doing. And if you have any questions or you're stuck during the week, we're actually going to have a private group as well for everyone in the mastermind where you can ask your questions. We're going to be giving you tools in that group. We're going to be sharing our favorite Abraham clips, our favorite tricks and tools in that group, and just really be that kind of, I don't like accountability because I feel like that's a little like push, but be that supportive spot where when you're feeling a little bit stuck or a little bit alone in your business or in your project, that you can come to and have a few cheerleaders kind of cheering you on. So yeah,
Well said.
There's my download.
Good job. So please, I want to open it up. If anyone has any questions, wants to share something, welcome it.
Thank you, AJ.
Oh, does that mean you want to speak, AJ? I'll get the chat out. Yeah, I'm going to move.
We have a lot of people on and phones in front of our screen, so please put your hand up if you do want to speak, and that will bump you up to the top of our screen.
That was just a thumbs up. Oh,
Yes.
please.
And
Mina.
My internet connection gave in on me just as you were mentioning about the price and the structure. Can you please go over that for me?
Mm-hmm. So it's going to be, I didn't actually go over the details of the frequency either. So we're going to be doing 3 calls a month. So we'll do 1, 2, 3 weeks in a row. And then on the 4th week, we're going to be doing a free, open to anyone, community connections call. So it'll be more something like this, where everyone gets to share a bit about their journey, depending on how many people, and we'll do a little Unite intro.
And that will be a great opportunity for anyone who does have a project and wants to network it with a larger community. So that will be a great opportunity where you can come on and share, links to what you're working on, share any new promotions or things that you're sending out to the world as well. So that will be really fun opportunity. And for us too, if you have friends or anyone that you want to invite to come check out what we're doing, that will be the day to do that as well.
And all the calls will also be recorded, so you'll have access to those. And we're also going to make those publicly available. And so anyone can sort of get access to the information. And the cost is going to be $188 per month for members, $55 for the first month, and $1,888 for a full year. So you get 2 months free. And if you wanted to pay for the year up front, you would get the 55 free as well. So that would you'd get 3 months free.
And at this point, we have the download that Thursday is the night for us, and we are also super open to the feedback from the group if that is not a good night. We're entrepreneurs, we make our own hours, so we can be pretty flexible and work within what works for other people as well. That's just what we're going to start with. There's also potential of doing multiple groups once we get going and having separate days as well, especially if we have more international people who need a much earlier or much later time, because some people like Matt are tuning in and it's very, very, very late for him. And what was the other thing I was going to add in? Oh, and so like Shine said, the replays are going to be available for our community. We're going to be sharing those in our Leaders and Luminaries group. So that's kind of going to be a great spot to hold all the content, to invite anybody that has any questions or is interested about what we're doing. The benefit of being part of the mastermind is you're actually going to get to engage and connect with us. You're going to get to have your questions answered and get us actually, if you've got a spot that you're sticking on in your business, to get the whole community to do a little think tank with you and, blast you some lovely ideas for how to move your project forward. So those are definitely going to be the advantages of being part of the community. And like I said, there will be a group where we can engage and connect all throughout the week and ask questions. And especially if you miss a call, you can get your questions in the group, and we'll support in every way we can.
Yeah, and there's lots of free stuff available. We've got our Unite groups on Facebook, our Unite platform. If anyone ever needs something, you can always just reach out and connect. So this is more of just sort of it really felt right and like time to create some sort of container and something that we could really bring people together and give that little extra bit. So I'm really excited for
where
it.
we're really getting the intentionality too. I think that's the piece that we're excited to bring is, of course, when we have an open community time, it's fun to jam and see what's going on. But when we've really got the intentionality that we're here to support and uplift each other, and how can we bring something new to your project. Sometimes when we have something that we need to work on and that is feeling overwhelming, we do something, and I call it, and maybe it's not the best analogy, but I think of that, really funny saying, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? and we should probably find a more less animal eating analogy. But for me, that always, when I feel overwhelmed, and it's like, okay, you just start and just, dig in one bite at a time. And so when we have a project that's overwhelming for us, what we love to do is we boil it down into kind of what are all the components, what are all the pieces, and how can we just step each area forward, just one tiny step, even if it's just energetically. And I think that's going to be so fun to do with our community and with this mastermind, is how can we energetically step your project forward. So Kira has a question. We'd love to hear from you, Kira.
Do it.
Kira doesn't have a question, but Matthew, who can't come on camera right
Oh,
now,
hilarious.
does. Yeah, so I just want to
You're the proxy.
He's wondering who or what is your ideal client for the mastermind?
Oh,
What do you want in the program?
I love it.
That's so sweet. Thank you, Kira.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matthew.
Yeah, thanks, Matthew. So our ideal client for the mastermind is someone who is a entrepreneur who's focused on wellness, and both wellness for others in the world, but also wellness for themselves, who's really wanting to focus on how can I do the thing that I feel like I'm here to do this mission, and stay happy, stay healthy, and also be the most productive, the most effective, have the biggest impact possible by tuning into my higher self and getting downloads and just being in that vortex as much as possible.
Entrepreneur or someone who's got a passion project. So I think of an entrepreneur as someone who's kind of working solely on that one project. And I know lots of people who are, maybe still working for someone else in one area, but then they have a passion project that they're really wanting to bring forward. So you don't strictly have to be a solo or a entrepreneur business owner.
Yeah.
And you had a follow-up question, Kira?
Yeah, being what you've talked about earlier about the Abraham inner, the inner being and all this question. So will we assume that the people in the group would have some background in this in order to benefit from, the environment?
I don't think it's required. I think some people will have a natural understanding of that without even knowing about Abraham or even thinking about it from a non-physical perspective. Like when I hear Gary Vaynerchuk talk, he is talking about this stuff from a very business physical perspective, but he's saying the same thing. And so I think it doesn't matter to me if you're familiar with Abraham or not. I'm just trusting that we will attract the people who are just going to be in alignment and who will get it. And I'm sure it'll work out.
A really nice way to articulate if you're trying to share this concept with people who don't know Abraham-Hicks. I really love to talk about, there's a lot of celebrities and athletes who talk about flow state, who talk about getting in the zone, who talk about that place where kind of time stops and you have this clarity, you know what you need to do, you trust your body's going to be in the right place at the right time. Or artists and musicians who get into the zone before they perform, and then they are almost kind of in an out of body kind of experience. And I feel like all that is the same thing as what Abraham is talking about. It's really trusting that there is something else other than just me right here, whether it's God, spirit, higher self, and that part, that entity knows what we want, knows what our soul is here to do, knows the path of least resistance for us. And the more we can get out of our own way, step back and really align with that energy, then we can get the downloads, then we can, be in the right place at the right time, get the divine timing. And I feel like athletes, artists, musicians, all the people at the top of their game, they have to be doing that in some way or another, whether they have a name for it or not, because otherwise there's no way that those people would be, I believe, at the top of their game if they weren't getting into that alignment flow state. So yeah.
Also the like a lot of the reflections that you'll get back from me will be around sort of more of the inner game. So like making sure you're meditating, making sure you're taking time to get into that receiving mode and get the momentum going, and trusting that when there are triggers and things come up that are stressful, sharing my perspective of how I deal with that, which is exactly what I just said. Meditate, get back into the receiving mode, and if there needs to be some breaks in between of watching a movie or doing something to kind of distract and get back. But I used to be one who was very focused on like clearing all my stuff and getting to the core of it, and cleaning out all my past trauma and all my past life trauma. And I thought that was the way. If I could just clear everything, I would be free and I'd be good. And it turns out that's like a never-ending hole that kind of gets worse as you go down. And so I've really like learned from the inside out, for me, what works. And so I'll be sharing mostly that kind of thing. We are thinking about bringing in some experts who have like expertise in different areas of business, where if the group is wanting some of that, we can kind of bring in someone who can share like, oh, how do what's the most effective way to do Facebook ads or create a high ticket offer or whatever. And we can bring them or just make those connections. I really see the Facebook group as being a really great tool for that. Because as entrepreneurs and as business people, I feel like I feel like I'm just getting started. Like we've been able to be fully entrepreneurial and not have other jobs for the last 7 years, and it's been such a blessing, and we've made it work, and we're by no means experts in that field. From my perspective, I know that we're going to get there, and we will be. For me, the thing that I feel like I'm an expert at and that I've really gone into the corners and really figured out is this alignment and the inner work stuff. And so that's what I'm going to be focusing on sharing. And then I'm going to trust that the group and that my guidance and flow will sort of bring in whatever resources we all need. And that's part of the essence of why I think it's so important to focus on the inner stuff first, is because you can have all the resources, you can have all the steps, you can have a play-by-play. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. If you're not in alignment and happy, you're not going to have the energy to do it, and things aren't going to work out because you'll burn out, and the luck won't be with you because you're attracting from where you're at. It just won't happen, and I've experienced it, and it sucks. And especially when I know exactly what I want to do and I know exactly how I think I want to do it, and it's like, fuck, why can't like it's so frustrating. And so this has been such a relief for me because I'm so hard on myself. I was so hard on myself to be a high performer, to go the extra mile, to like build something that I want to build, which is going to be a really, really big, beautiful, empowering, impactful company. And so I got stuck in a lot in like this, and there's just so much. And I mean, this has been such a blessing for myself, for our relationship, to just like let go of a lot of that stress and not feel like I have to do everything right now and be perfect all the time. And I can just moment by moment, okay, what do I need to do to get a little bit closer to the flow? What do I need to do to like align and relax and have that faith and that trust that I don't need to know how it's all going to happen. I don't need to know everything. I just need to know what I need to do right now to feel a little bit better. That's it. And okay, and I can just test it out, and I can have my little, Crystal, what's your things, your list?
Path to joy.
Your path to joy. You can, track that, like, oh, bath helps me out. I know, it's like, oh, I just go on, I'll watch like funny clips, or I'll do something, and I immediately feel better, try and meditate, whatever, so.
I think that's a really big piece that I've learned, especially being with Shine in the last 6.5 years, is before that I was a single mom. I used to really kind of push myself to, if I did a lot of personal development, if I wasn't growing, I'm dying. If I'm not pushing, I'm stagnating. And really that there has to be this kind of whipping myself forward, because otherwise inherently I am a lazy person and I will just sit on the couch and do nothing for the rest of my life. And I knew that I had this big dream to impact it and support humanity in its growth and evolution. And I felt like if I wasn't pushing myself, I would never get there. And the piece that I learned with being with Shine and learned for myself really deeply is that no, I won't just sit on the couch forever, that I do have such a passion, such a drive, and that all I need to give myself is a little bit of love and a little bit of downtime, a little bit of trust that sometimes it might take a day or 2 or 3. And when I'm recharged, it's so exciting to do the things that I want to do. It's so exciting to get to work. It's so exciting to bring my projects forward. And if I'm not feeling excited about it, I just need to realign. I'm just not lined up. And if I'm pushing myself when I'm not excited, I'm actually creating, someone's not muted. So if you wouldn't mind just taking a quick check and making sure you're muted there. So exactly that if all I need to do is just realign my energy, step back into what do I need to do for me so that I can get to that excited energy again, and that there's not actually anything wrong other than just needing that time and needing that reminder. And it's been so helpful for me having a partner who's really committed to that, because every time that I'm down and what are we doing? Maybe this is the wrong thing to do. Maybe we picked the wrong project. And he's like, I know this is just a momentary piece where you're feeling off. Go rest, go recharge. I love you. Come back. And I always do. And I always get there. And I'm so excited to be able to be that for other people, and to have a community where we can do that for each other, and not get into this kind of beating ourselves up if we're having a little bit of a low moment. And we're just all here to support and lift each other back up.
Thanks for all the claps and hearts, Jen. I see these little things.
Matthew had a lovely question asking, did you get to see it, Shine? Where did it go here? Matthew was asking if we wanted to go through a little example of how we would support someone in the mastermind. So I think that feels like a fun little taste tester we can do. If somebody has something that they, hopefully it will be most interesting, I think, for other people to watch, if it feels like it's something that kind of has some edges. So it's not like I'm always tired all the time and I can never figure this thing out. But if it's like I've got this one little piece that I'm struggling with in my business or personal life that I would love just to get a little think tank on for a minute. And it would, be super fun if you would be willing to share that with us. And then we could do a little mastermind session, see if we can support with that. So if anyone wants to play, you can put your hand up. And if not,
continue with the questions, and when we're done, we'll just go into some more community connection time. Thanks for being here, everyone. It's so nice to see everyone's face. I really miss it, but I so appreciate Zoom for being able to kind of.
Should we turn the cameras around so everyone can see?
Oh yeah, we'll say hi.
Here, everyone on Instagram, you can see our lovely community here. Look how cute everyone is.
Great. So yeah, any questions? Anyone have anything specific? If not, we will close this part of it and move right on. AJ Brown, do you have this every month? Yeah. So the idea is that this is going to be an ongoing thing that will go on right now indefinitely. So it'll be a monthly thing ongoing. I have asked when I was in that nice place. I'm getting into this really nice place lately where I can actually kind of have a conversation with myself the way that Abraham does with like someone else, where I can kind of get so feeling clear and aligned that I can sort of ask a question from my perspective and get a response and sort of back and forth. And so I've been having so much fun because it's different answers than when I'm just brainstorming. And so it feels different and it's different. And so one of the things I was like, should we be doing, any other stuff, one-on-one coaching or any other programs? And it was very clear. It's like right now, just this. So we're not going to be doing any other things right now, like no big program or no one-on-one coaching. It's just going to be this weekly group once a week for we'll see how it goes, but 2 to 3 hours depending on what people want, and then the Facebook group and whatever sort of unfolds from that. So that's where we're at.
Woohoo! Mm-hmm. Thanks for all the love, everyone.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Okay, so that if you have any other questions, feel free at any time. And now, if no one else wants to,
we didn't do.
Oh, what did we do?
We didn't record the Zoom.
That's okay. We did from here.
I guess I was wanting to clarify for a sec, like what, like kind of in lieu of Matthew's question as well around coaching. I don't think I have a super appropriate example, and much of what you just shared about kind of like refining your path to joy probably answers it. I can go back around to that if useful, but my question is really around like clarifying what would a session really look or feel like, so that I can feel into it in terms of this decision or if it's right for me.
Mm-hmm.
What I've heard so far is, a chance for the people who are in the mastermind for the 3 weeks of the month to share part of where they're at, ask questions to each of you into the group, and to kind of like bring forward obstacles or hurdles they're working on, and to untangle those together potentially. And that looks like sharing together and getting feedback and questions and coaching from each of you and maybe others. Is that a simpler way of putting it, or is there something else you would like to help me understand?
That's a lovely synopsis, and I think what I feel like you missed out, which I think is great because I don't think we touched on it as much as I would like to, is another thing Abraham was saying is that we can all, what was it about teachers, and we need the celebrations instead of the...
Yeah, she was talking to someone who was creating a wellness center and a well-being center, and Abraham was saying like, well, who's this for? Is this for people who don't have any well-being and are coming there to get it? And they ended up coming to this nice place where it's like, no, this is the place to come together and celebrate our well-being. And that it's not necessarily, you don't have to be in the dumps and having all these questions. It can just be a place where we celebrate our wins and share our insights and our things. And when there is a little thing that, trips you up, or you're like, oh, I'm trying to do this thing, or I'm not sure about this, there can be some back and forth. I see it being very similar to how the Abraham gatherings work, where we will hold space. I'm gonna do my work to get really into a nice, clear place, so I can be a good coach, and I don't feel like I'm gonna get into like channeling states or anything, but I'll do my best to really try and give clear answers from my experience and perspective. And then there might be some times when the group has something to share within that, and then there will also be things on the Facebook group itself where people can chime in and y'all can connect with each other. And Jen is part of a really beautiful mastermind with Nick Bro, and she says that the Facebook group is one of her favorite parts because everyone's always posting these uplifting, fun things, and she feels like she's building this nice community, and that for her is like the most fun. The calls are great, but she really enjoys just the group itself.
The other piece that, again, on our podcast that we were interviewed on this morning, one of the things she was talking about is, and part of why so many people do masterminds and do this kind of group work, is that really when there's one person and there's two people together, there's actually a third entity, a third energy that is created, kind of the combination of that. And when you're in a group, it's exponentially more so. So what I find is, even if I don't feel super stuck, but I get into a really juicy conversation with someone about a project that I'm working on, even if I don't feel like I have a problem, and then they are actually often, they will be in the receiving mode as well, and they'll like ask me the perfect question or suggest the perfect idea that actually takes my project or my idea to the next level. And that's one of the things that's so fun for us working together, is that there's actually always kind of that third entity in our work, and we always have more than just our own knowledge in there together. So that's a piece that I'm really excited to bring, especially to people who are solo entrepreneurs doing a lot of your time on your own, to have a space where you can actually get those kind of bigger pieces that maybe, for it, whether it's limiting beliefs, oh, I've got to wait to do that for a year because I don't have enough skill or knowledge or whatever it is, and actually get those little juice, kind of jolts of energy and juice from the community, and test that you're kind of not selling yourself short or making yourself small. And I think it's gonna be so fun.
The essence of the mastermind for me is going to be about helping uplift and helping people get into their own receiving mode to get their own answers and tune into what to their guidance. And so whatever it will take to get there, and like Crystal said, sometimes it's, you can get there from having a dance party, you can get there from having a conversation, you can get there from whatever. And so this is just one more thing that we can do to sort of help get there. And then what I hope to share that can be unique and maybe different, because I don't know that, I think there's not as many people in the world who are doing things from this perspective, is sort of that moment to moment, day to day, how do I get into the vortex around a subject that I have significant triggers around? How do I whatever, or how do I deal with a coworker it's really hard? And so helping to sort of bridge some of those things where it feels like there's things in your life that are really stopping you from getting into that flow, or it's hard to meditate or whatever, and just being able to get that mastermind, really like that group think, and from people who've done stuff like that, who can just give really clear, easy advice. And that's something that a lot of sports people and business people talk about, is like, why not have coaches around who've kind of been there, done that, or who have access and connections to people, because someone's done it, someone's figured this out, and so it can just be faster than trying to figure it out on your own. And I'm guilty of that. I do that a lot, stubbornly.
Yes,
I'll figure it out.
Feeling like we're having to be the trailblazers, and we're the only ones in the kind of that have done this, or that have thought of this idea, and it really, for me, is so soothing and so supportive just to know that other people are there and get it as well.
Yeah. So Joni, my mom asked, what will people in the mastermind receive that the people who are not in the mastermind? And it's to me, it's similar to like the Abraham stuff. You can go on YouTube and find Abraham and watch endless hours of all that. But if you want to ask them a question and go in and connect and have that deeper personalized experience, then that's something that you pay for. And so it's the same thing.
What I found too is, because we did do, like Shine said, we did the Abraham cruise, where we saw that it was 2 weeks, and I think we had 5 sessions with Abraham. And I've been listening to their recordings, and I so appreciate their little 10-15 minute clips. And what I found doing kind of these sessions were like 3-hour, 4-hour blocks, and then we had 4 or 5 of them over the 2 weeks. And that the vortex that was created every time we gathered as a group, and this was with 800 people, which was amazing. So the energy vortex was just so strong, and then everything kind of built one upon the other. And every session we went deeper, and it kind of answered a question that you didn't even know you had from the session before. And by the end of the 2 weeks, and after that kind of consistent space where we were also, on the cruise ship and on the tours we were doing during the day, being around people that were all in a very high vibe state, that were all really committed to their projects, to up-leveling humanity, to creating change in the world. We just, even though we didn't have like super deep one-on-one conversations maybe with every single person, we were just all in that same energy to bring that focus of, kind of doing good in the world together. And it created such a different experience than I just got listening, tuning into the replays. So I think that even though I was never personally on stage with Abraham, I still got to be part of that journey, and where it was immersive and where it went deeper and deeper each time. And I really see the mastermind being the same thing, where every week we're going to get new layers and deeper pieces, and be able to bring each other along together, instead of having it just be, a fun pop in once in a while. And that's what we really find with our communities. We'll kind of, I haven't seen you for 6 months. Lovely to see you. How are you? Oh, I'm great. I'm doing this thing. Oh, I'm great. I'm doing this thing. Bye. See you again in 6 months. And it's lovely, but we're really excited to be able to dig in a little bit more, see where are the pieces that we can really support each other, and how we can do this together instead of feeling like we're all in it by ourselves. So.
I'm really excited for more frequent connections with like-minded people, and having that touch point every week where we can tune in, and even if everyone's not on each call every week, just having the Facebook group, and it just feels like a nice it just feels fun. I'm really excited. And maybe like there'll be some fun interconnections where, oh, you'll meet, new friends, new business partner, new sexy partner, whatever. Who knows? It could be really fun. Kira's smiling. Just kidding.
Oh,
Just
so
teasing.
fun.
Yeah. Any other questions? Sorry, Leaf. That was like the longest answer to your question ever.
Yeah, I mean, thorough. Thank you.
Do you feel like that answered it for you?
Yeah, I mean, without having been on an Abraham cruise, I mean, you have something clearly in mind that is guiding your vision, which I appreciate. I'm filling in, my own, I guess, experiences or examples around that. But yeah, I'm appreciating the combinations of, both this, like the inner work, the kind of like spiritual aspect of like finding or following in wisdom, with the pragmatism of like what's the next tangible thing that you can do to move yourself forward, and sharing that in community and inspiration, and yeah, appreciating the picture that's in my head and heart from it now.
Nice.
I really love that, and I think that's such a great way of putting it, because we do have so many tangible skills. We ran events for 5 years, like Shine said. We've been entrepreneurs for a very long time, being able to pay our way and not work other jobs. And we do have a lot of how to do your newsletters and how to do your marketing and how to do your sales things. And what we find, why we really want to focus first on the alignment piece and then second on all the tools to move your business forward, is that we have done so much of it the other way around, where we've learned the tools and we've done the workshops and we've done the self-help, and then it sits on the shelf and we're like, oh, look, I did the course and I'm not using any of it, because we are always coming at it from that place of push and not from the place of alignment, and you do it for a minute or a week or something and then you drop off and stop. At least that's been my experience. And what we really, like Shine said, is you can have all the best tools and all the best support, and if you're not aligned for yourself, you're going to stop pretty quick, because it's too much work, it's too much push. And we really want to support, always coming at it from alignment first, inspiration, and then from that inspiration place, we get downloads, we get ideas to look at the right thing, to tune into the right video, to check out the right tool, to talk to the right person, whatever those little nuggets of, thank you so much for coming, Kira, those little nuggets that, we're like, oh, it was such a coincidence. And really what that is our self-guiding, getting the guidance to do the steps that we need to do. So when we are collectively in that awesome vortex space, I'm so excited for everyone to get their downloads of what the next pieces are. And I think a lot of the next pieces are going to be like, oh, I have a link for you, and oh, I have a contact for you, and I have the next best person that you need to know that's going to really help you do the project you want to do. So I'm so excited for that part.
Yeah. And AJ asked, do I need to pay to get into your Facebook group? So we've got a few Facebook groups. For this one, there will be a private mastermind group that only the paying members are a part of. And then there will be lots of other groups that people can join in for free. And again, the thing that will be different is that we will sort of give not more. We will definitely give attention to the mastermind group, and then if we have time, we'll give attention to the other groups as much as we can. But this will be sort of a priority. And then it's also a 30-day money back. So we're trying to make it easy for people to give it a shot. So $55 for the first month. Try it out. If you don't like it, money back, no worries. So yeah.
Super fun.
I'm based in Canada with Canadian currency, or is this
Canadian? Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. So fun when we have international people.
Based in Canada. Yeah.
Oh. Crypto?
Maybe.
Depends what day it is.
Yeah, exactly. Whole other conversation.
It'll be double if you pay in crypto right now, but next week it might change.
Needing to sign off, appreciating you both and everyone else that's here.
Yay.
Yeah. definitely going to chat.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
Mina, is there a minimum number of participants before you start the mastermind? We will play that as it comes. I don't think so. I think we're happy to kind of move ahead.
If
right
you're
away.
the only one in there, you're going to get some amazing
Yeah,
one-on-one.
It'll be a one-on-one session. So
that's awesome. Coaching 3 or 4 hours. The two of us, you're going to be rocketing forward in every area of your life. So. Yeah, maybe you can hope for us to only have a few people.
I don't see that continuing. I know there's lots of people who are gonna love to join.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions, or anyone just want to share and say hi and share a bit about something that's on their mind, or say hi to the group?
This is so fun.
It's fun.
And for everyone who's tuning in on our Facebook or Instagram Live, please feel free to comment if you want the link to the replay, if you want any links or more information about the mastermind, if you want links or information on all our free groups where you can find the community. We have many hyper-localized groups, Unite Vancouver. We had to start a new Unite Fraser Valley group because we just moved out to White Rock, so we wanted to connect with the community out here. And we've got many Unite groups around the city, and we'd love to hear from you if you have a project or something that you also want to share on our platform. We can now do events, products, and services can be sold right through the platform, so that's really exciting.
And you can go live on the live stream, which
exactly, we're on the live stream right now, which is on our site. So. This is all new since COVID, our new baby and project. And it's so fun that everyone was able to tune in and join us here.
Mm-hmm. So we're all here. So are you sure no one wants to share a bit about what they're up to, or just say hi?
Say hey. Like your new haircut, Jen.
Yeah, that's fancy.
Thank you. I did it myself. And Joey did the back.
Oh, that's fun.
It looks great.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. I haven't had hair this short since I was a teenager.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm excited for
you.
Yeah.
No more long curly hair.
No, well, not for now. Maybe one day.
Jen's been an amazing community member for many years, and we were very excited to see her on here. We haven't seen her for a little bit, so yeah, it's fun to see you.
Yeah, totally.
And we have Vince here. Vince, what's up with you? What's new in your life? We did some lovely kind of brainstormy times with you quite a while back before COVID. And I haven't heard what you've been up to for the past few years. Oh, you're muted. We cannot hear you. Vince, let's see. Is it something we have to do or he needs to do?
Oh, there you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah, just with the COVID, been working online with clients, both locally and nationally, and that's kept me busy.
Nice.
And want to just check in with you guys to see, what you're working on, etc. So it's my way of, supporting you guys, because we met ages ago at a conscious business function.
Yeah, and, right at the beginning, right when we first met.
Associating with very like-minded individuals, entrepreneurs, and I value what I call my intention is to create. What I like to call enlightened spiritual abundance. So that's part of my focus.
Love it.
And my specialty is mentoring and coaching others, both in that direction and also achieving their greatest potential. So that's what I've been focusing on and enjoying the process.
Nice.
Yeah.
It might be good for you and Matt to connect because you work a lot with business people, CEOs, etc. And Matt is I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but working with corporations, with businesses, with a well-being program that he's developed and a book that he's written.
Yeah, oh, wonderful. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. Thank you.
And in our screen, you guys are above and below each other, so it means you must need to connect. You're next to each other.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you for that, you guys. Yeah.
And Judy and Allison or Mina, anyone else want to share, say hi, share what they're up to?
Yes.
Mina, please.
Hi, I joined in a little late. As you know, I had some issues here, so I don't know if we did any introductions. I totally missed that, but
Oh,
I'm here in White Rock. I'm a feng shui consultant, and this is the community I'm being called to meet. And I've combined feng shui tools with my spirituality. Allison and I
oh, we're losing a little bit of you here.
know each other. Hi, Allison. And my system froze again. Sorry.
No worries.
So I just feel like this is the platform I'm seeking to get. I can't get the word of feng shui and spirituality out there fast enough. So this is what attracted me here today.
Oh, great.
Amazing.
I love it. And please feel free to put your services on Unite as a product, because we don't have services up just yet. And we'll include it in our email to 3,000 people weekly, and we'll share it on our social and do our best to kind of get the word out with you. And you know Colin Sprake. We were just at his house and saw your handiwork.
I did. Thank you.
And
it was an honor.
Yeah. And Judy is here, and she does feng shui real estate. Feng shui consulting and real estate. Is that right, Judy? I don't know if she's available to
yes.
There you are.
Hi,
Judy.
Hi. Nice to see you. Nice to be here. Great community. Yes,
you.
I help people with real estate the last 18 years, and I've been incorporating some feng shui by Master Choa Kaksui as well as Marie Diamond. So we should talk, Nina.
Yes, we should. I've already put a mark next to your name.
Oh, I love it.
Awesome.
Connections being made already.
And Judy's beautiful profile picture there is from...
That's from our event.
It's from our
That's
event.
amazing. That looks good. I was like, oh, it's pro photo.
In our living room. Well, it was a pro photographer.
That's true.
that
It's
took
Chris.
that
He's on
picture.
right now.
Chris, is he here?
Yeah, he's on the...
Oh, he's on the live.
The live, yeah.
Yay, Chris, we're admiring your beautiful photo of Judy in
Yeah.
front of the gongs from a lovely gong back. Yeah.
And Allison and Joni, do you want to share a bit about what you're up to?
Hi. I can, Mina's wonderful.
Oh, lovely.
I'm happy to see you, Mina. I am, I'm an art teacher and an artist, and I would love to put my art into the world. Before COVID, I was doing a workshop, an intuitive painting workshop with my niece, who's a Kundalini Kundalini yoga teacher. And so it's funny. I have a very busy life, and it's tricky to have time and space to create art. And I'm about to move. So I'm finding that I get in alignment for a little while, and then life keeps me really busy. So I think I came on just to keep the focus of creating and being an artist, and and I want to keep that focus even when life is busy and a little bit tricky.
Nice.
So good.
Is that your beautiful pooch painting behind you?
Oh, yeah, that's my lucky dog.
So pretty. Did you paint that?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Wow, well done.
So important. I find that for myself, that's been a really big piece to how to keep my alignment and keep my happiness in the chaos. And as a mom and as a busy entrepreneur, I can get into the place where I'm just like, okay, just get the task done, and then I can rest, feed the kids, put them to bed, then I can align, then I can take care of myself. And what I've really been learning is that is highly effective for a short period of time until I crash and then need like a week to recover. And what I find is I'm learning, and I'm really setting myself, I almost set myself like mental red flags when I start doing that now. And now I've done it so much that I know the result of sacrificing my alignment short term to be productive. And the result will actually be that I'll end up needing to take more time to rest and recharge to get myself even. I'm a very visual, I'm an artist as well, and I'm a very visual, and I kind of see like there's like neutral, like 10 is like really high vibe, neutral is like okay, and then like minus 10 is like, you kind of want to die in a hole. And what I find is I can push, and once I start getting to those low vibe places, I am so unaware of what's happening that I have to get pretty far where I'm actually getting sick or making mistakes or breaking things, like bumping into stuff or actually causing damage to realize that I am that far out. And what I've been doing, which has been really helpful over the years with Shine, is setting myself red flags to get to kind of bring that back so I don't go so far before I realize I need to make a change. And now it will just be something like I realize, okay, I didn't get enough sleep. So instead of starting my day with push, like I normally would, realize I'm already at a little detriment. So I better do a little extra, kind of that funny saying, if you don't have 20 minutes to meditate a day, then make it an hour. And I kind of feel that way, that if I'm actually feeling like I don't have time to take care of myself, that is the most important time to take care of myself. Because if I keep pushing, I know I can keep pushing for a while, but actually the price I pay is going to be higher. The price my kids are going to pay is going to be high. The price my creativity, it just really depletes everything. And I've been doing this more and more, where I've really been, okay, if I'm feeling like I don't have time for my self-care, I actually have to make more effort to bring that in first. And it doesn't always have to be a huge thing, but if I don't let myself get so run down. So now I've got to the place where instead of having to get like a full-on flu or cold before I stop, now I'll have, like I said, like maybe a rough night's sleep, or I'll get a little kind of tickle, and then I'm like, okay, now's the early warning system, so I don't have to go so far. So there's my little 2 cent suggestion, especially if you're moving right now. Kind of look at your life and see, what am I taking on right now that maybe I could move till after the move? What could I let go of a little bit, so I'm not sacrificing the things that actually bring me so much joy and purpose in my life, like my art? Because it's easy to put those kind of things aside, and I do that same. Like, what kind of self-care? I'm like, oh, I haven't brushed my hair today. Maybe that's just a little like reminder that taking 5 minutes to do the self-care it's really, really so valuable. And that's what gets me back into my alignment, back into flow state. And then I'm actually so much more productive than I would be if I kept pushing through. So, yeah.
I think I'm much better at taking care of even carving out a few minutes of time for myself or creation. But I think that's why I wanted to visit tonight, is just to keep that focus of artist
Nice.
and creating art in mind, and
Amazing.
even with other things going on. So thank you. I agree. I think that little bit of balance really, really helps.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that.
It's so fun, because I feel like when I'm following the guidance and when I'm tuning in and really allowing myself to get into that receiving mode, there's no sort of stress or pressure, because if it is my highest calling, if it is what I really want to do, to start this mastermind or for you to create art, then all I have to do is just get more and more and more into that vortex, and I'll be inspired to take that action, because that's what I'm actually wanting. And so it feels like, oh, it's such a relief, because I don't actually have to do anything. I just need to get it's like you tend to the garden bed and prepare the soil, and then the plants can grow more easily. And I feel like that's what this is all about, is just how can we get ourselves primed and ready and filled up to the brim of overflowing. And then it's like, oh, I want to create, I want to do, because I'm a musician, and I know that if I try and be creative from like, I'm going to create a song right now, it sucks. It's the worst. It's so bad. Whereas if I allow it and I really tune in, it's the best. It's like I couldn't have written it. It's just poetry flowing through me that I'm not doing. It's just happening, and I have to work till I have to like not get in the way, because it's just flowing through me. So I hear you. Mama, you have your hand up.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Oh, great. I don't really want to talk about what I do, but I want to just shout from the rooftops about my excitement for your project and how much you two have to offer and how hard you've worked in terms of developing yourselves and all the different components of things you've done together and separately before you met. So I think that the people that join this mastermind are really going to be blessed. And you've already shown such enormous capacity to build community, but in person, actually having people come to your home, you know, but the ability to reach so far into the world now by doing this, it's just, I'm so excited for people to experience this, you know, and I'm going to be hopping in and out of I'd like to participate in this mastermind as well. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, great job. Great idea. Feels totally right from me to you both, because I know you both so well. So yeah,
Thanks,
bless
Mom.
you and thank you.
I love you.
For offering it.
Thank you.
There's a really cool project that just launched during COVID called Chief, and it's a mastermind for executive women who are in high roles in companies, and I think they charge like $6,000 to $8,000 a year or something, and it's and then they break out into these 10-person groups, and then they hire a sort of facilitator to lead each group, and so they're sort of creating this scalable mastermind program for business women, and it's interesting. I don't know where this will go, but I definitely want to create something that could be valuable to wellness business owners everywhere. And so that's in there somewhere. I don't know when it will happen, but I'm excited to sort of see it evolve, and because I think there's definitely a lot to gain from coming together like this, from having different experts share their perspectives. Colin spoke at our event, and he had this great saying. He said he used the terminology coach and mentor, and I don't, maybe that's not the right, because I think a lot of coaches are mentors and vice versa, but he was saying that a coach is someone who can cheer you on from the base of Mount Everest and say, keep going, you're doing great, but you might die up there because they're not actually, they haven't done it and they're not going with you. But a mentor is someone who's actually been there many, many times and can walk you up step by step. And so I'm really excited to sort of step into that role in an area where I feel confident, and then also to attract other mentors who have skills and expertise and help to make connections. Because for me, I am at my happiest when I've made a beautiful connection for two people or more, where people are like, oh, like today, I connected a videographer with an amazing carbon sequestering project in Africa that's planting trees and getting companies to buy carbon credits from them to plant these trees all over Africa. And it's like so cool. And they're going to do a video together, and it just fills my heart that, I was able to be that path of least resistance. Abraham calls it step 2, where it's like step 1, you ask, step 2, the universe answers, and step 3, you have to get into alignment to receive it. And sometimes other people and other animals and anyone can be that step 2. Anyone can be that delivery mechanism. And I love when I get inspired to sort of be that for other people. So yes, yeah. We have Chris and Chris who just joined, and maybe Nicole.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, that's me. If anyone wants to share, feel free.
Thank you so
good
much
night.
for.
Good night, Mina.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
Yes. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hey,
thanks for your beautiful photos. Holy smokes!
Give you guys a shout out and thank you for the community that you guys have created and the connections that I made so far. And looking forward to hang out more. Seriously.
Yeah, me too.
You call in as well, all this stuff. So I'm gonna see him tomorrow for a different event, and I saw him 2 days ago as well. So I think that's really good, to hang out with him.
Oh, that's so great! I'm so happy.
With you
you at that speakers event, YVR speakers?
Yeah, the speakers event, and then it just so happened that we have an event that our company is kind of hosting, so it's a different one. So
you work with a famous influencer, right?
Yeah, it's the one in the photo right there in the back.
What's his name?
DANLOK, Dan Locke.
Dan Locke, yeah.
Nice.
So I'm just doing some other stuff here in the office.
Oh, nice.
And so it's already 8:30, but
yeah. Chris is the talented photographer who took that photo that Judy in Judy's profile.
I think Judy took that photo of herself, but it was in your house.
Yes, wonderful photography.
Yes, I do photography as well. I always forget.
And we've got Ashley Barber and Chris Chandler. If you want to say hi, you're welcome to. If not, that's fine.
For anyone who's just tuning in, we do have a replay that we're going to share, and we can share any more information about the Mastermind with you. If you missed the download earlier today, anyone who's tuning in on any of our lives, please send us a message. If you'd like more information, we'd love to hear from you. And the Mastermind is one of the ways that we support our community, and there's many other ways, so please feel free to reach out. Let us know what you're up to, how we can support. We'd love to hear from you. And it's so fun to see.
Oh, I have
everyone.
a question.
Yeah, Jen.
Nej.
Did you guys mention when it's officially starting, this Mastermind?
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay,
this week.
cool.
Yeah.
This next week, not today.
Yeah.
Today, and then the next Thursday,
Yeah.
and then the
Thursday 5 p.m. is the date that we've set, and if enough people have a problem with that, we'll move the date.
Yeah, so please reach out if Thursday 5 p.m. doesn't work for you, but you'd love to be part of the Mastermind, and we will start to get the download for what would be next best ever if that's not going to work. Yeah. So fun.
Like it. Anyone have any other bits they want to share before we sign off here?
So fun.
Okay.
It's always so nice to see everyone, and because of all the events and everything that we've done, people are tuning in. We've met some people in real life, some people we've never met before, other than online, and it's always fun to see who turns up, who's doing what in the community, and just charge each other up. I love seeing everyone's faces.
And I think some people joined late, so I'll just kind of wrap up with a bit of the details. So again, we're launching our Mastermind starting next week, next Thursday, 5 p.m. It's $55 for the first month, $188 a month after that, or $1,888 for the year. You get a couple months free, and it's all 30-day money back guarantee. And if you do the 1 year and you want to end early, we'll just charge you the full rate per month and then pay you back the difference.
And included in that is weekly calls, is a private group where you can ask and get your questions answered and brainstorm and collaborate with the community. And then once a month we will be doing a fun community connection call like this, where we will actually get to hear from the broader community. If you have friends or anyone that you want to invite, that will be a great time for them to come and check out what we're doing, and really a chance for you to kind of show off what you've been up to, and hear from feedback from the community as well. So that's going to be really fun. Yeah. Thank you everyone.
Can't wait to have more fun gatherings like this. Can't wait to actually have fun gatherings in person again more often, and have people who want to be in White Rock over to our house, and sending you all so much love. We will, unless anyone has anything else they want to share.
We will sign out for now and look forward to seeing some of you next week, and the week after, and the week after that, and the week after that, week after that, forever.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be fun. We're doing it.
Okay.
Good night,
everyone. Thank you, everyone.
So much love.
See you guys.
Bye-bye, Vince. Thank you. Oh, Bye, so Mom. Nice. Bye, Jen. Bye, Chris. Bye, Judy.
I don't know when we'll see you again, Kaisa, but bye.
Bye, Jen. So much love to you. Bye, Judy. Thank you, darling.
Yeah.
Bye, Chris. Bye. So good to see you.
Was that your rascal?
No, I think that was her.
Okay.
Aww.
That was.
Oh, that is.
It's a rascal.
Judy's little one.
Yeah.
Who's not so little anymore.
Thanks, AJ. Good night.
Bye, AJ.
Yep.
Bye, everybody. Bye, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers. Woohoo.